I'm on another level, higher than mezzanines.
We turn our attention to the world of professional bull riding as the PBR holds its World Finals.
Higher than bridges, higher than treetops. Yeah, and I'm kind of like a rocket, because once I launch, I cannot be stopped.
This is what they live for.
Dalton delivers a very necessary pressure squarely on his shoulders. Brady Fielder finds his form. Job complete.
Burn the fire, breaking barriers down, pushing limits and making a way. My spirit relentless. When will they come to their senses? I'm about my business. My work is endless.
Well, good evening and welcome everyone to an exciting weekend here at AT&T Stadium. Coming at you live from Arlington, Texas. We have got an epic weekend ahead of us. I am your host, Sierra Spratt, and alongside me, we've got Colby Yates and Mr. Matt West. Hello, guys. How you doing tonight?
I tell you what, I'm fired up. I don't know about anybody else in this building, but this is the moment that we've all been waiting for. It comes down to 2 days. In the next 24 hours, we're going to find out who will be the next world champ. As a fan, this is what it's all about.
This is it. I mean, look, I have history in this building. The energy in this building is so special. I can feel it. As soon as I walked in, I'm like, okay, I am at the World Finals. It's game time. It's going to be really, really big, and it is already setting up to be just that.
Now, I am late to the party here. You guys have been here all week. You have been right there front row in the action, but back in the stockyards. Now, we're at AT&T Stadium, and I can feel electricity in the air, and I can tell that you guys can too.
Well, the cool thing about it is last weekend we went back to our roots. It is exactly where the PBR started. It was the home of the very first PBR, and now this is what it has become. The smallest venue we play all season long to the biggest, with the biggest stakes, the biggest prize money. That's what it's for.
It has been a great week. I mean, these guys that we're going to see tonight, they have had to fight their way. And speaking of, we have a couple of star standout performances in the elimination round that I know you guys want to talk about. I'm talking about Jose Vitor-Lemi and Clay Guyton.
Well, listen, anytime you back Jose Vitor-Lemi in a corner, he's going to come out swinging. We've seen this time and time again. That's why he has 2 gold buckles on. And let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, he is here and he means business. Jose Vitor-Lemi is going to light this place on fire. He was 4 for 4 in the elimination.
And if Colby Yates says, ladies and gentlemen, he means business. Let me tell you about the other guy, Clay Guyton, the young kid coming in here looking to steal the show like Jose Vitor-Lemi did back in 2017. But there's a couple of other guys that are looking to kind of steal the show here tonight. The guys that had to fight their way through a long way to get to AT&T Stadium. The ride for redemption, some extra pulls, some extra outs, some extra bumps and bruises. They really got to put it all on the line tonight.
Well, this is just it, too. And the best bulls in the absolute world, right? They got to pick their poison here in this first round. I would see some great matchups.
Now, it's going to be an exciting weekend, no doubt, from the PBR side, but also we have something else going on tonight, and that's the WRWC Finals night. And we got to talk about Martha Angeloni. I mean, the 3-peat all-around title and 4th consecutive breakaway champion right here.
Look, this is what it's all about for the Women's Rodeo World Championship, the biggest stage, just like the Bull Riders. And tonight, they're going to get to fight inside AT&T Stadium. What Martha Angeloni has done this season and the past few years is truly incredible. She's putting her name down in the record books, becoming a part of women's rodeo history.
It's been so exciting to see just honestly all of these women just rise to this stage and to see it all come to a fold here tonight. I can't wait. And also we've got a world champion that we got to crown this weekend here in the PBR World Finals.
This is going to be a pretty epic battle as we've seen so far. Look, I mean, these guys have been battling it out. I feel like I have just every time we get into this situation of the world standings, I feel like I'm watching the best thriller movie I've ever seen in my life. I've been on a roller coaster because Dalton and Brady was just straight out of the box, bucked off, but John Crimber rode 2 for 2, and then it flips back again. I feel like I'm on the wildest roller coaster, and I can't wait for it to end because I am getting pretty dizzy trying to follow along.
You got to breathe every once in a while. I can promise you this, there's going to be even more twists and turns that happen over the next 24 hours. There's some things that are lingering that we'll find out later on tonight. There's also some things that could happen. It's going to be one for the ages for sure.
And speaking of that number 2 man in the world, our very own Katie Lucas was able to catch up with Brady Fielder here earlier today. Let's check that out now.
Well, guys, it was in 1998 when Australian Troy Dunn took home the PBR World Championship. Now, 27 years later, a fellow Australian has a chance to become only the second from the land down under to walk away with the title. Brady Fielder, that title for Troy Dunn happened before you were even born, but I have to imagine that his career has had a huge influence on you.
Absolutely, that's an amazing achievement coming from Australia and following in Troy's footsteps. I'd hope to achieve the same, shooting for that number one spot.
It is a big leap to make the decision to move countries, move to the United States. When did you decide it was time to hop on over and that you were ready to play with these big dogs over here in America?
Yeah, I've come over here in earlier years, and when I've come over, I knew this is where I'd want to be. It's the biggest and the best bull rider in the world, and just following my dream and doing what I love. I'm just blessed to be here.
And you've been slowly climbing up the ranks. Just last year, finished number 8 in the world. It's been a great trajectory throughout your career, but what has it taken to now get to number 2 with a chance for a world title?
It's an awesome achievement for me. Like I said, I'm just shooting for that number 1 spot and working with it and working at it as we go, and we'll see how we go.
And bull riding is never an easy road to a world title. It's been tough in the eliminations for you. You were able to cover one of your bulls. You bucked off the other 3. How are you going to use that little chip on your shoulder to motivate you for the last 4?
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it, and can't ride the next one until we let go of the last one, and I'm excited.
All right, let's talk about that next bull then. Magic Hunter, that's a bull you've been on 4 times, 3 successful attempts, 2 over 90 points. You got to be pretty confident walking into the locker room tonight.
Absolutely. There's no better bull that I'd rather have in the pen. He's a great bull, and I'm really looking forward to it.
In contrast, Nightmare for round number 2. You know nothing about this bull, but what have you studied?
I haven't done any studying on him, to be honest. I'm just going to take care of the first one, and I trust in my ability that no matter what I get on at this point in time, that I can do my job.
Huge implications over the next couple days, and your fans from Australia know it. They've come out in droves, about 25 of them. Friends, family, fans have come out. What does it mean to have such great support?
Absolutely. It's amazing to have such support, not just from Australia, but all over the world. It's amazing. I'm so thankful to have such support and have my family come over and see what it's all about. It's awesome for them to come and see.
Yeah, it's awesome to watch you compete as well. There's so much going on over the next couple of days. There's a lot of media interviews like this, a lot of bulls to conquer. There's going to be a lot of cheering fans. But if you had to narrow it down, what is the one thing that is on your mind for these next 4 go-rounds?
Just take care of business, and I can't get sidetracked, and just be myself and take care of every moment that I'm in.
All right, we're going to have some very exciting moments throughout the next 4 rounds here at the PBR World Finals as this guy right here, Brady Fielder, tries to become just the second Australian to walk away with the PBR World title.
And the first since 1998. And I love the fact that he has not went back and looked to study anything that second bull does. Show up, react. There's enough pressure. There's enough outside interruptions, that's the word I'm looking for, that can play a role. Just show up, do what you've done all season long.
It seems like that's exactly what he's been doing. We cannot wait to watch what he makes up tonight. Don't go anywhere, though, because when we come back, we have caught up with our very own Kate Harrison here. Is going to be coming at the desk. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back, coming at you live from AT&T Stadium here in Arlington, Texas, with an exciting night. We have the WRWC and PBR World Finals all happening tonight right here at AT&T Stadium. I'm your host, Sarah Spratt. Alongside me here at the desk, we have Colby Yates, Matt West, and the lovely, very special guest, Kate Harrison. Hey, Kate.
Hi, guys. I thought you were going to yell at me because I may have given you the wrong directions around this building earlier.
You did give me the wrong directions around this building, but I'm not going to yell at you.
He was on the other side wanting to know where the locker room was, and I had a 50-50 shot of making him go an extra 300 feet. So
yeah.
You made it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I asked some other people.
You also made it. We've already done one segment, but you're late. No surprise. Let's continue.
Does he have this attitude with you, too?
No, I mean, but hey, this is my first night. So once he gets comfortable, I think
you're stuck.
It's downhill from here. But Kate, let's talk about the WRWC because you have been right there in Cowtown all week watching all of these contenders, past champions, rise to the top, and it's all going to end here tonight.
Yeah, it's been a blast because this year it's $802,000 on the line, but tonight, $339,000 for these ladies going at it, which is incredible. So one run could win $60,000. And this year, it just shows the depth of women's sports and women's rodeo. We are not going to have a repeat event champ. It's an all-new field coming in here. So Riley Smith is the only one that's won before, but she went on the head side, and now she's heeling. So anything can happen, but we're going to have all new winners. It's going to be fun to watch.
Oh, my gosh, that is so exciting.
Yeah.
And, I mean, when you think about it, that no one here competing with this championship format, you got $60,000 purse up for grabs. I mean, what that could do for these ladies moving forward in their seasons and their endeavors. We've got some young people up tonight. Talk us through it.
Yeah, just like you were seeing Josie Connor there. Just winning the American and having that momentum, look what it's done for her career. You pick up another $60,000 check before your summer run, it's lights out. So for all of these women in here, I've just become their biggest cheerleaders, watching them do what they love all week, and now getting to do it inside AT&T Stadium. For most of them, it is the first time ever nodding their head or making a run here. It's a dream, and we're getting to watch them come to life.
I think it's really exciting, especially with the all-around, too, which, you know, you watch the all-around standings all the time, but hardly ever here in the women's events, and I think that's pretty incredible that we've got an all-around, plus we've got 3 other events here to champion tonight.
Yeah, and then you look at like a Martha Angeloni who won it for the year in time and time and time again. So for all the young girls that are watching at home, you're getting to see that next group of legends of the sport, and you're getting to see them do it inside buildings like this.
I'm a huge Josie Connor fan. I love seeing her back in the box and go at it full force. I mean, she's a past Rookie of the Year in the PRCA, and she's done so many big things. And being in a big stage like this, you know, I think she is one of the threats, I think, to win this deal. But you know, for all of you people that watch the Cowboy Channel all day, you have got to root for Ty McClary's wife, Christy McClary, because she's going to come out and try to win a lot of money as well.
Yeah, how can you not? And then Tacey Matthews in the barrel racing. No one was faster than her for 3 days inside Cowtown. So if she comes out and lays down that same run, that is where the bar is going to be set.
I'll be looking forward to watching Pop Rocks run. All right, switching gears, we got to go back to the PBR because we've got lots of things happening here at AT&T tonight. And I heard that you, Kate, have a John Crimmer update on that broken collarbone.
Yeah, so I was just speaking with him in the locker room, and remember, he's coming off of the injured wrist, then the broken back, and then he fractures his collarbone and breaks it back-to-back within a couple weeks. But this first round tonight, it's going to be a draft. He picked a bull specifically he thought was going to give him a lot of up and down, not have to really move his upper body on, so he's picking to take care of that broken collarbone. Round number 2, I think it all goes out the window, and that's why he's been talking to JB Mooney, because you just got to grit and bear down sometimes, but it just shows how bad he wants to win this world title.
Yeah, that's an amazing thing alone, right? I mean, he's obviously talking to one of the greatest, one of the toughest of all times, and JB Mooney, who dealt with so many injuries. How did you do this? What mindset were you in whenever you got there? Because this world championship is something that this kid may win a bunch of times, but you get one chance, really. Every time you have to say, you get one chance. This is it, no matter if he's hurt or not, especially when you have guys like Dalton Castle leading the way.
That might be the biggest problem. That might be a bigger problem than that collarbone, is the fact that Dalton Castle is in front of him. And talking to him earlier today, I don't know that I've seen Dalton Castle more focused and more in his element. He looks like the Dalton Castle that went on a run the back half of the regular season.
Yeah, and talking about his pick today, he's a gamer and he is in his zone. He told me, I've got one where I can just ride him, or I could go to Spurn if I need the point. So everyone else knows they're playing catch-up. For Dalton, his destiny is in his own hands, and what he does inside this building in the next 24 hours is going to decide everything.
Now, I want to know from each of you guys, what are your predictions? If you had to put all your money right now, knowing the draft, knowing the rider, knowing their mindset, who are you picking here to come out on top?
Man, for me, I love the simplicity of Brady Fielder. I love that he can ride almost 70% of his bulls. But I'm going to go with the gunslinger Dalton Castle. I think he's going to tie it all up right here.
Yeah, I love that Jose Vitor-Limi is coming from behind and making a push like he is, but I don't think there's enough points available on the line for him to do it. He knows he's got to go out and practically win every single round. Dalton Castle is too good to let this go, I think.
The only reason Jose Vitor-Limi is not going to make the come from behind win this season is Dalton Castle.
Yeah.
It is his to lose. Dalton shows up. He rides a handful of bulls this week that we know he can take down. It's his gold buckle. If he stumbles, to your point, Brady Fielder comes in and steals this thing.
Right.
All right, I took vigilant notes on all of that, so we're going to see. I'm going to see who does the best here out of this three, but we cannot wait to unpack a lot more action. Stay tuned when we come back. We have a very own feature with Keyshawn Whitehorse. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back here for the PBR World Finals pre-show here at AT&T Stadium. We're coming at you live for our special pre-show, but we've got a special post-show coming up after this event is over, so do not be missing that. I am welcome here at the desk with Colby Yates, Matt West, Kate Harrison was here. She was incredible to talk to. Girl power, am I right? I mean, I love you guys, but...
You guys are obviously superior when it comes to the four people that have been at this desk.
Yeah, we just didn't say anything. We're just going to let y'all have all the knowledge. We're just going to sit back and let you spit it out.
Stay out of the way.
Well, we got to go right into that Keyshawn Whitehorse feature. It was so incredible being able to catch up with him. Take a look at this right now.
First, I'm a Dinak Navajo cowboy and professional bull rider. I saw on TV when I was a kid, and I just knew that was what I wanted to do. That was my calling.
He pointed at that television. I want to do that. Then I thought, okay, all right. I guess he really meant it, and that came real.
In just one word, I guess I could describe him as being a precocious child, way beyond his years, with an old soul.
That means a lot to be part of the Navajo Nation. I think our culture runs deeper than each and every one of us. We have our ways of our people, and we try to remain strong in it and learn from our elders and keep up with the teachings and pass it along.
It's just so unique, you know, just being who who we are, how we've been raised, and how I raise my kids with it.
I try to represent my culture through bull riding. Before I really get going, I always say a prayer. I'll get my rope hot, do some warm-up stretching, and then before the actual bull riding takes place, introductions happen, and I always say another prayer then, and then another prayer right before I get on my bull and for the animal that I'm getting on.
Always respect the animal, because if you do that, they know, they sense, and then they will respect you in return as well. And it's a partnership approach there.
I feel like I can have a connection with the bulls that I get on through my heritage and stuff, so I'm always praying for safety, obviously, for number one, but to work with the animal, not necessarily try to work against them.
I have good relatives back home, some elders, they pray for them in our own way, in our own belief, and they always support them.
There's a teaching in our way of life, in the Navajo, the way of life, saying that you raise your children in that way, you try your best, and there's a point in time where if you do it right, they're going to come back full circle in front of you and exude those qualities that you instilled mentally, his mental fortitude, spiritually. I see it in passion. The result is the results of him making the PBR World Finals and being 8th in the world.
I tell you what, Keyshawn able to connect, and we should see a lead change.
Keyshawn Whitehorse, we just keep talking about how good he is.
91 and a half, new leader.
This lifestyle is kind of life in the fast lane, and sometimes you get caught up in it. It allows me to slow down a little bit. It teaches you responsibility, it teaches you caring, it kind of teaches you, in a way, a circle of life. I wear a beaded medallion on my chest, you know, that my grandmother made, and I wear a bow guard. The bow guard, you know, I kind of started doing that when I was a little younger, and for us it's just kind of a representation of like the warrior mentality and for protection.
It's always supposed to be on your left hand, you know, that bow guard. In our culture, it's like a shield, that beaded thing that my mom makes. That's very special too with us. One of a kind thing that he wears that. It's not just for show, that's who he is, and I'm proud of that.
He's making a narrative for the indigenous community. It can be done. And it doesn't matter the color of our skin.
I want to be the best I can be. I want to be a world champion, and I want to find the success more than I have now. I want to be the highest level of all the bull riders, not just Native American, but of all the world.
Sometimes I can't believe I'm here, you know, with my son. You know, sometimes I stand there and look in the arena, we are here. You know, this was his dream.
That was Keyshawn Whitehorse with such an incredible story, and honoring his heritage like that is so amazing. And Colby, coach, I believe he's one of your players. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean, look, Keyshawn is, you know, he's a very different athlete, you know, and I'm just very fortunate to be able to get to work with Keyshawn and be on, you know, have a really close relationship with him. And over the years, to see him grow into where he is now has just been pretty inspiring, not only to me, but, you know, the people in his tribe, and then also all these people, these bull riders behind the chute, so they really look up to Keyshawn Whitehorse.
He's a special athlete, but he's an even more special human being, and I think that's why he has so much respect from not just the guys in the locker room, but fans around the world. If you're looking for somebody to cheer for, I mean, you start really getting to know some of these guys, and you understand what they've sacrificed or what they're continuing to ride with on their hearts every single time they nod their head. It's the greatest sport in the world, and these are just amazing human beings.
Yeah, it's been incredible to see, and we are getting even closer now to kicking it all off here in AT&T Stadium. Do not go anywhere. When we come back from break, we have got a mock-up, big matchups of the best bull riders in the world. And welcome back to the PBR World Finals pre-show here on the Cowboy Channel. An exciting weekend ahead of us, and we are that much closer to start time. Honestly, watching here all week, you guys, I got to say, there were some hard knocks, to say the least.
Well, look, I mean, these are the best bulls in the world, and you got to expect that every time. I mean, Riley Gagnon puts together these bulls for a reason. You know, the redemption round was a little bit ridiculous when it comes to bull riding. I thought there were some crazy, crazy bulls in the first two rounds.
Not going to get any easier here at AT&T Stadium because this format's going to be very short and sweet. 2 days, 4 rounds of competition, the best 25 guys in the sport of professional bull riding. We're looking at a ton of prize money, over $3 million this year, the PBR World Finals, but ultimately one man walks away with $1 million prize.
And we're all looking at that World Championship race for sure, but also we do have to acknowledge we have the rookie race that everyone has been tuning into all year long. We've got a couple guys who are going head-to-head.
Well, we thought Hudson Bolton was just going to run away with it with his performance in the elimination rounds. However, through the redemption round, Elizmar Jeremiah snuck in there, and he still has a chance. He's about 148 points behind Hudson Bolton, but it'll be pretty fun to watch.
It's a 2-horse race for the rookies, and a lot of people thinking it's a 2-horse race here at AT&T Stadium in terms of winning the World Finals event. Jose Vitor Lemi, clean sweep a week ago in Countdown Coliseum. He went a perfect 4 for 4. He's looking to do that again here this weekend and take home over $300,000. Try to inch up and see if he can catch Dalton Castle in this world title picture.
Well, ugly this. That's a rematch right there. He's been on this bull before, 91.25 points. This is going to be one of those matchups where this should go Jose Vitor Lemi's way.
Guys, do you guys see that in the corner of the screen? We're less than 30 seconds away from kicking things off here at AT&T Stadium. Sierra, I cannot wait.
That is right. We are all so excited. These guys have gotten antsier and antsier all night long, and now myself, I am ready to watch some bull riding. So, everybody, stay tuned for that post show, and let's get this party started.